Good morning, YouTube. I'm here in California at my viewer Fred's garage. Yes, this is Fred. This is his Ferrari 458, and today we're gonna make it sound glorious for exactly $0.
Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, and normally we're talking about my Ferrari, but this case we're talking about Fred's Ferrari 458. We do a lot of videos about what it's like to own a supercar, the supercar ownership experience, working on them, maintaining them, and even just buying and selling them. If you're interested in selling your supercar, go check out my website, normalguysupercar.com, and you can actually list your supercar for sale for free. Yes, totally free, no strings attached, just list it for free. So please go do that, and also check out my website. We got some cool merch and other things, and you can support my channel. But if nothing else, thank you for watching. There's a trick you can do to make these cars sound much better than factory, and it costs literally nothing, so we're gonna do that today. And as you might expect, that means we're gonna pull the exhaust valve's vacuum line. Yes, it's super easy. So one downside about modern cars is that they have to meet certain noise requirements. So unfortunately, that means they're putting in a lot of valved exhausts on these cars, and when the valves are closed, they tend to be very quiet cars. And if you really don't care about your neighbor's well-being, and if you wanna be a complete badass,
We've got a badass over here.
you can pull the vacuum line on most of these cars. It'll keep the valves open, and then the cars sound a lot better. Certainly a valve controller gives you the option of turning them on, off all the time, and it's actually a nice solution when you have really loud cars, but the stock exhaust in this car is not that loud even with the valves open. Ferrari 458 does not complain when you pull the vacuum line. Some of these cars, you pull the vacuum line and the car will throw a check engine light. 458 does not care. So we're gonna pull that line, plug the line, and the valves should stay open. So in order to do that, we need to get under the car, underneath the diffuser, and the vacuum line is right there on the back of the car. So as is my policy, that's not my car. Therefore, Fred is gonna do the wrenching today, and I'm just gonna be the supervisor. Also, I'm wearing reasonably nice clothes, so I'm like, no, you can get dirty, I'm not. So we're gonna have to basically pull the under tray off. It's got a bunch of 10 mils and then a couple, I think 4mm hex bolts. It's not too terribly difficult, and then we might have to jack the car up just to get a little bit better access. So this is Fred's 2015 458 Spider. So yes, this thing is the hardtop convertible. I was driving it the other day, and it's very fun. And he's got the cool Daytona seats, just like my old car. You have excellent taste, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, these are the Daytona seats in the 458 with the red striping, just like my old seats. Got the red Cavalinos. This thing is just gorgeous. Oh, I love the 458. I've actually only got like 6,000 something, like 6,800 miles. Not even. This is what you want when you get a car. Oh yes, and yeah. Sense of humor.
And you know what? I wish I had you at the time that I was looking to purchase the car. It really makes me feel good that you think it's a tight vehicle.
Oh yeah, this thing's in good shape. Yeah, it's an excellent car. All right. Get wrenching, sir.
I'm gonna do it.
So we got the jack at the jack point. We're gonna lift it up just a little bit just so we have more access to the diffuser. All these modern Ferraris have very specific jack points, and they're a little bit tricky to get to because you've got these under trays that are taking up all the space.
How's that look, Dan?
I think it's right. Yeah, you're good.
All right.
5, right? 5 10 mils?
It's looking like it's 5, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so there's 2 on each side, 1 in the center, and then there's 4 of these. I think they're 4mm or 3mm Allen bolts.
Yeah, they're pretty small.
Yeah. All right, so we got a piece of cardboard under there so we don't scratch it, because his car is in really good shape compared to mine. So we're gonna try our best to make sure we keep everything nice and clean and undamaged. Oh yeah, it turns out there's 6 of each, not 5. I was wrong.
Do the sides first. Man, a lot of dirt.
Yeah, you're gonna get some pebbles and stuff falling out. And then once you get to these middle ones, the diffuser's gonna start falling, so you kinda gotta hold it.
Okay.
You either gotta put your hand on it or put something under it. So you can see we've got different sized Allen bolts. So the really long ones are on the outsides, the shorter ones are in the middle, and then there's 2 shorter ones in the center. Alright, so now we're on the center ones. You do kinda wanna prevent it from flexing too much while it's getting loose, just because you could start to crack the diffuser and stuff. So it takes a little bit. You got the two-handed skills right here.
This is really cool because this is the first time I'm wrenching on a Ferrari.
Nice.
And this was like my childhood dream.
It's not scary.
No, not at all.
It's just a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've wrenched on cars. So
I have. Yeah, I'm a big Volkswagen fanatic. So shout out to Scott.
it makes you look so much less attractive
And
with
weak.
your perfectly symmetrical face.
Yeah. Yeah.
That should be.
Here we go.
There we go. There it is.
Woo!
Oh,
Wow.
got a little bit of fluid. Could be just condensation. I think it's just condensation. Yeah.
Let's test it. Yeah, it probably is.
Because we just
Yeah,
started the
it's-
car a moment
yeah.
ago.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
really.
can see it on the exhaust.
These guys have got to go, huh? What do you think?
I encourage this. Okay, so here's the underside of the 458, and what you can see is the vacuum lines are right there. So we've got a valve on each side of the exhaust. So you have different options of how to pull the vacuum line. The simplest solution is to pull the one line that feeds the two controllers. So that's the line that you can see goes into the little Y. So that's what we're going to do, is pull that one. You can also pull the vacuum lines off of the valves themselves, but then you're plugging two vacuum lines versus one. It's probably easiest just to do the center line that feeds the whole system. Before we pull the vacuum lines, I'm actually going to start the car so you can hear what it sounds like on a cold start with the factory exhaust, and then we'll do a cold start with the valves pulled. The vacuum line going into that Y, and there's a hose clamp on it.
Yes.
So you want to cut that hose clamp because it's one of those non-reusable
Yeah, the
ones.
Odinker or Odinter?
I don't know what they're called.
The German
Yeah.
jobbers.
So cut that, pull the vacuum line, then we plug it.
You got it. If I was a betting man, these things never work the way that they're supposed
You
to.
probably could just pull.
Yeah, I guarantee you.
Yeah, I would try it.
Unless it's barbed. Do you remember if it's barbed, the tip?
Oh yeah, the
tip's barbed.
the nipple is barbed.
Yeah, okay, then it's not gonna come out.
Yeah.
Those Germans really make a good clamp. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
Metal shears. that should cut, hopefully. Yeah, went right through. Oh,
There we go.
I heard
Got
that.
it.
Nice.
Woohoo!
That was a lot easier. All right.
Yes.
Metal shears for the win. All right, so now I just gotta pull the vacuum line off.
I
Oh, you
really
can hear
burned
it.
through my Wheaties this morning.
Yeah, you could hear it still had some vacuum on it.
Yeah.
So now we just gotta plug it up so that way we're not sucking any debris into the vacuum system.
Come on, dude. Oh.
Oh, the clamp. Yeah, there should be.
You wanna put it back? Just get a regular one.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right.
There's the clamp.
So we're going to use kind of like a little makeshift tee because we didn't have the right fitting. So we're going to pull this one off. We're going to put that on the hard line that's coming out. And then we're going to put that on the other one. Probably don't have to, but
It's better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
We got shop dogs. Shop dog.
crazy Weimaraners.
Getting that vacuum line plugged up. The hard line that we pulled the vacuum line off of plugged up, and that's it. And then
Got it.
That's it?
You got it.
Oh, that was quick. Jeez, I wasn't even done talking.
Great success.
Okay, so we only spent about 15 minutes, and that smile right there.
Oh, it's so much nicer.
Isn't that lovely?
Oh yeah, when it comes from the factory, they tame it out, and it just sounds so much better right now.
Yeah. So we're gonna let it warm up, and then we'll rev it for you guys. Quick change of plans. We decided to put the diffuser on first, so we didn't get our hands burnt while being all on next to a hot exhaust. And of course, Fred was like, "Well, might as well clean it. I mean, it's off the car. When else are you gonna have this good at access, right?" So, yeah, and it it has some like drips from the exhaust and all that crap. So these things do get pretty gross. Ooh, looking shiny.
Not quite, but good enough,
It's
right?
good. Yeah, good. I mean, you're not gonna make these look perfect.
Yeah, it's the bottom of the car. You know, these things are meant to get dirty, and they serve their purpose.
All right, so we're gonna attempt to put a box under the diffuser to kind of balance it while trying to get it back up there. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to get this thing on, because you're kind of playing this weird balancing game with one hand while trying to screw in the other hand, and it's just a little tricky. A lot easier on a lift.
Oh yes.
Right, just buttoning up the diffuser. You don't have to do super tight. You don't want to go to like 4 Ugga-Duggas or anything. Maybe like 1.5. It's composite, so if you go too tight, you'll crack the composite. All right, dropping the car down. Yay. Okay, so I guess I'm kind of teasing you guys now. We're going to install a new anti-gravity lithium battery in this before we get to the exhaust sounds. We're going to have to deal with this a little bit longer. So yeah, Fred saw me do the anti-gravity battery installation and said, holy crap, I need one of those. If you guys didn't know, these batteries can actually save your ass. When the battery gets too low of a charge, it automatically shuts off, but keeps a reserve charge in it so that you can then click a remote control button, reactivate the battery, and have it actually still start your car up to 6 times. Pretty badass, and it only weighs 15 pounds in this car. It's insane. We got your new anti-gravity lithium battery with the battery tracker, and he even bought the tender because, well,
I don't drive it as often as Dan does, so
you need to drive your car more.
Yeah, I also got the 60 amp hour one too, so I just want a little bit more capacity. So
Yeah, this is a big boy.
yeah.
Whoa.
Now, let me see.
Glorious.
How are you freaking kidding me?
It weighs nothing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there she be.
Yep. Pretty
All
badass.
right.
All right, let's pull out the old piece of crap.
Let's do it.
So here's the battery compartment, which is on the passenger footwell. Fred's actually has these little screws. Mine was just Velcro. You know what my suspicion is? Mine probably had the screws at one point and then got lost. And then they
Maybe.
that's what happened. And they threw the Velcro up there because like, screw it.
A lot of times they do have subtle changes in these cars, but
At least those are hand screws.
yes. Oh, and there she
There it
is.
is. Oh, that is the original battery. It's gotta be.
My goodness.
So that's 70 amp hour, 660 cold cranking amps.
Wow. So what do we got to do, boss? What's first?
So we gotta disconnect the negative battery terminal first.
Okay, and that is
Just that quick disconnect on the left side.
So pull it.
Yep, pull that. And then you gotta wiggle it off the terminal,
Okay.
which sometimes is a bit of a bitch, as I said.
There it goes.
Yep, and then get
Pull
it out
it
of the way.
aside.
Yep.
Okay.
And then now we're gonna need to disconnect the other side.
Okay.
And also the hold down strap. 10 mil.
Yep.
Good. To get the battery out, there's this bottom clamp. Again, just 10 millimeters, so you can see this shiny metal piece that needs to come out of here. Mine didn't have this, but his has a clamp on the top as well. It's a little bit different than mine. Again, this is a 2015, mine's a 2010, so they probably realized mine was not as good as this. Clamp should come out of the way. There we go. If you loosen the one side, I'll get the other side. Oh, shop dogs.
Shop dogs. That's one bad part about having Weimaraners. They're a pain in the butt.
See if we can just get that bar. Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's the way to do it.
There we go.
Nice. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, that's
All
what
right,
I'm
so
talking
we only have
about.
to do the one. That was
Okay.
way better plan. So now I can slide it and probably pop the positive terminal off.
So it slides right out.
Yeah, but it's still connected on the positive terminal.
Oh, okay.
So. All right, so we're gonna pull that top cross member off just to give us more room. We feel like we're fighting against it, so there's no reason just to take a couple extra moments and just unscrew it and get it out of the way.
Oh yeah.
Much more room. That little plastic like connector thingy was actually mounted into those two little holes like this.
Yeah.
And it actually held down that big terminal onto the battery. I didn't have this in mind because I already had an aftermarket battery. My suspicion is that this is a Ferrari factory thing, and obviously as soon as you go to an aftermarket, no one's going to have these two holes in the battery, and so you're effectively just going to chuck this away because it's worthless now. That is something of note if you're dealing with a Ferrari factory battery on these 458s. You can't just pull the terminal off because that's why we're struggling so hard. We're like, why won't this terminal come off? Well, that's why. Enjoy the 45 pounds. Whoops, whatever that was.
Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god. Oh.
Heavy.
Whew. It's even worse because there's no room to work in there.
So we were looking for the mark there, but actually it's stamped right there. This is obviously a 2014. This is the original battery. That's why it's not having a good time starting. Also of note, the new battery doesn't have a battery vent because it's not an AGM battery or a lead acid battery. It's a little bit easier to deal with.
A lot easier to deal with. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, this thing's like a toy.
So like I mentioned, this battery actually has the capacity to restart, as they call it. It's the restart feature. There's actually a button on the top of the battery if you lost your remote. If you do the button, you're supposed to turn it on, start the car, then push the button again. So don't just like go willy-nilly pushing the button. The hardest part about doing all this is you're basically laying prone on the floor of the car. It's kind of awkward and uncomfortable, and you don't get a lot of leverage.
Oh,
There, clamping down the clamp. Clamp the clamp. Put the negative terminal on there. Now it's clamped into place. So pop off the little blue cap. Put on the quick connect. Gonna zap.
Is it gonna spark?
It will. Once you touch it, it'll zzz.
Okay, nice and snug.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the flip-de-doo.
There. Cars come back to life. All right, so we're getting the app connected to the tracker so that we can actually see the battery usage on this thing. And also what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna turn the ignition forward and set the date and clock of this car. So just a reminder, every time you pull the battery on these cars, you wanna turn the ignition forward and let them sit for about 30 seconds before you actually turn the car. Connected, we have 13.21 volts, 90% of the battery. Battery is okay.
I have to say something. That was really easy. I mean, you just turn on the car and it found it.
Yeah, the app.
Matter of fact, yours even connected to it first.
Yeah, it was funny. I turned on my phone and it connected to his battery. It was pretty cool. Battery's in. Time to just button it all up and get her back on the road and hear that glorious new exhaust note.
Yeah.
By the way, we decided not to put in that stupid bracket thing.
Yeah, it fits really snug. It doesn't really seem like it was meant for like any aftermarket batteries. I think it was like more designed for the original one.
So because it's the first start after pulling the battery, we're just going to start it up and let it sit there and idle for a little while. Don't rev the car after you first put in a new battery.
Do it.
I mean, if you got a Spider on a day like today, you gotta drive with the top down. Perfect out.
All right. Already.
So much better. Huh?
Oh yeah. You get that little poppity pop snap crackle. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my goodness, yes. Wow. Talk about an awesome mod.
So much better.
Oh yeah. Just that shift.
Oh, the downshifts are epic now.
Oh yeah.
Are you pleased?
Very. If you've got a 458 and you have the little nanny tube on there, pull that shit out, plug it up, you will be very happy.
Yeah, $0.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Woo! Look at those downshifts.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like a Ferrari now.
The way it should.
Oh yeah.
The way it's supposed to sound.
Woo! Woo! Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That is awesome.
A little bit better?
Oh, a little bit? Oh my God, like day and night.
Yeah.
You actually brought the car alive.
Yeah, now you want to drive it more, don't
Oh
you?
shit, yeah. we're gonna put some musical notes out for these people.
Yes. Well, there you have it. So that was exactly $0 to improve the exhaust in this thing from kind of like good but not great to really pretty damn awesome. So if you're not looking to swap out the exhaust on one of these, you can do that. It takes probably about 15 to 20 minutes if you're pretty savvy with tools. I mean, it's seriously not a big deal at all. You just got to pull the diffuser, pull the vacuum line, plug it up, and that's it. And the best part about that is it's completely reversible. If you don't like it, or if you go to sell a car and you want it to have it be factory original, just plug the vacuum line back in and you're done. And of course then the anti-gravity batteries, I just think it's a good idea if your battery's dying and you need to replace it. A really good battery, they're gonna save your butt and you don't have to worry about having a good charge as much as you do. Keeping it on the tender all the time, it's gonna do a much better job. Awesome batteries, amazing mod. $0 for the mod. Fred's happy.
I'm drinking my Pepsi.
Yeah. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Go hit the subscribe button. Please do that. That helps out my channel very much. I appreciate when you guys do it. Also, consider sharing this video and liking it. Again, those things help with this channel, so thank you very much to those of you that do it. And consider joining as a member if you're really a big fan. There's some awesome perks if you do, so check that out. Again, it's down by the subscribe button. It says join. You guys know we got a lot of car stuff coming away. You're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet.